This nation is witnessing a crisis that I don't think anybody wants to talk about. That is student loan debt. Did you know that student loan debt has accrued to over $1.4 trillion today, and that it is the second largest amount of debt in the world behind housing? Additionally, student loan debt is the only type of debt that actually grew during the Great Recession. And I truly believe that if we don't do something to reduce the amount of student loan debt in this country, it will be the next Great Recession. So that leaves us with a couple of questions, such as 1. How do we repay student loan debt? 2. How can we pay student debt off as quickly as possible? And of course, 3. How do we as a nation fix this problem that we're experiencing? While I don't have the answer to number 3, why don't we look at the first 2 questions? So question number 1, how to pay off your student loan debt. Now, the thing that I would recommend in this case is to take all of the different student loans you have and put them together on a budget. Look at the difference between subsidized and unsubsidized loans. This is a big deal that I don't think people know about. Subsidized loans do not accrue interest until after you've graduated. However, unsubsidized loans can accrue interest even while you're still in school. So if you're in college and you're watching this video right now, it is in your best interest to get rid of that interest and pay off those unsubsidized loans. If you have a part-time job while you're in school, you should be taking some of that money and paying that debt down as quickly as possible. But what if you're out of school? Basically, what you need to do is take a list of all of the student loan debts that you have and look at the interest rates on them. Now, obviously, an interest rate is basically what a lender makes off of you for letting you borrow that money. So the higher the interest rate, the more money that lender is going to make. Once you've figured out which loans have the highest interest rates, it's simple. Pay those off first, get rid of all that extra money, and keep working your way down until you've gotten rid of all of them. Additionally, you should never make just the minimum payment on your student loans. Now, if you've deferred or forebore your student loans, you need to pay attention to something that's known as capitalized interest. Capitalized interest is what happens when the lender takes the interest that you've missed out on and puts that on top of the loan. So you wind up paying interest on your interest. It's the way compound interest works, but in reverse. Instead of you making money, it actually costs you a lot more. So if you've deferred a student loan in the past, pay attention to what's known as capitalized interest. Now, if you've made the budget, you know where your debts are, you know what's got the biggest interest rates, and you're working on paying them off, the other thing that I'd recommend to you is working in concert. If you have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a fiance, husband, wife, whatever it is. My fiance and I worked together to try to tackle her student loan interest. She was able to pay off $30,000 in student loans in 1 year just by us working together to pay the bills, to make sure that we were coordinated on how money was coming in and out of our household, and how we were going to help her to get out of this. She's saved herself tens of thousands of dollars just by working closely with me and paying attention and setting a strict budget. Additionally, many lenders will have an auto pay deduction, which means if you set the bill to automatically come out of your checking account, they'll give you a slightly lower interest rate. I can't recommend this enough. If you don't plan on paying your student loan debts off any quicker than normal, then you should do everything you can to reduce the interest rate on it so you don't end up spending a lot more money for the exact same degree. Now, of course, certain employers, certain states, certain governments will have a student loan forgiveness program. These are things that you should definitely look at. Of course, if you're still in school, many employers will have a tuition assistance program. I took advantage of that when I was in school, and I wound up getting $2,000 each semester to put towards my tuition. That's money that you can't put a price tag on. Because what might seem like just $2,000 now, without that compound interest on it, you're actually saving tens of thousands of dollars across the life of the loan. Now, to summarize, what we need to do is make a budget where we list out all of the student loans, what type of loan they are, the interest rate on that loan, the minimum monthly payment on that loan, and we can even go so far as to put in the date that it's supposed to be completely paid off if we continue to make those minimum payments. What we're going to do next is look at those interest rates and look and see if any of them are subsidized versus unsubsidized. Obviously, you're going to want to pay off the unsubsidized loans first, especially if you're still in school. Next, you'll take all of the subsidized loans and begin paying those off. Now, you want to start with the one with the highest interest rate and pay it off as quickly as possible. Work your way down from that, and you'll be done in no time. Now, one final thing that I don't think I've mentioned already. When you go to pay your student loans off, please tell the lender that you want to pay the principal of the loan, not the interest. You want that advanced payment to go on the principal. The difference, of course, principal is the money that you borrowed. Interest is the money they make off of letting you borrow money. Again, principal is what you need to pay. P and P, that's how I remember it. Pay your principal, avoid the interest. That's it for now. If you have any questions, please email me at anthonytcurran@gmail.com. Of course, if this video was helpful to you, it would mean a lot to me if you would like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. And of course, please check out my website, anthonycurran.com. There's book recommendations on there. There's tips and tricks for a bunch of different things and a little bit more about me. So I hope everybody has a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Take care now.